this one session has already been completed. So I hope that you have seen that session. In that session we have already completed question 1 to question 9. And to let you know, my name is Jimmy Ahuja and I've been a mathematics teacher on Vedantu for the past 4 years and I've been teaching for the last 5 years. So let's just understand the schedule also. Remind us of the schedule because schedule is very important, isn't it? So the schedule goes like this. These are the dates and these are the times. At these times you will get to see the videos, and do not forget that because it's related to your exams, isn't it? How you can forget that? So mark this, okay, or take a screenshot so that it keeps with you. Fine. One very important thing I would like to tell you is that the Vedantu app, where you can actually ask any of your doubt, you can download any study material, and you also have the classroom. In the classroom, what is happening? You can see the videos directly from the app. Okay, so no need of any other app, just one app and you have everything at your hand. Fine. So go in the Google Play Store and download this app. In the last time we have started with the CBSE 10th 2018 paper. I just told you we have covered question 1 to question 9, and the next questions are from question number 10. These are 2 marks and 3 marks questions that I want to take in this session. So I hope you have understood that. So now we are going to do the problem number 10. Okay, so I hope all of you were comfortable in this first session like that. Fine, that's okay. So you all remember the formulas. Now let us start beginning it. Okay, I'm going to start doing it. So question number 10 says find the ratio. Okay, it's a coordinate geometry based question, so you should know the distance formula, you should know the section formula and the area of the triangle. If you have it, keep like it's good. If you don't have it, write it down somewhere in a piece of paper as I've told you, and then begin. Find the ratio in which point 4, m divides the line segment joining the points A and B, hence find m. Okay, first you have to find the ratio. Now I'm telling you the concept here. The concept is extremely easy. What you have to remember is the point which divides the point, the 2 points, the line joining the 2 points, you have to take its that coordinate which is known to you. What I'm saying? You have to take that coordinate. So suppose there are 2 points A, B, and a point P has come up somewhere which divides this in a certain ratio. The ratio I do not know, but this point value has been given to me 4, m. In this situation, you have to remember when you are going to use a section formula, use the coordinate of x only. Use the x coordinate or the abscissa. You cannot use the y coordinate because it is still unknown. So you will have 2 unknowns. Where is the first unknown? Oh wait, I'm creating it. The ratio we do not know. Let the ratio be k is to 1. Now you see there are 2 unknowns, k and m. If you take m and solve the section formula, you will get equation in k and m. Don't do it. Use the fixed value. Now this question generally comes in our mind. Sir, if both of them are given, then you are given more than you want. You know that? You can use either one of them, you'll get the same answer. It's like that. Okay? So let's take it. Let's say that let the ratio be k is to 1. If the ratio is k is to 1, remember section formula, what we will have, I am taking the point P's x coordinate. I hope you remember the formula is m1x2 plus m2x1 upon m1 plus m2. I tell you a easy method, crisscross way. What I am telling you, crisscross. What is crisscross? It's not krish, it's crisscross. So k into the coordinate of B, 1 into the coordinate of A, then k plus 1. I have not written the coordinate, so I'll write it for you. A is 2, 3 and B is 6, minus 3. Fine, we are done. We are happy? I'm very happy. So k into 6 is what? 6k plus 1 into 2, crisscross. Okay, so 1 into 2 is what? 2. I'm using the x coordinate, so I'm multiplying with the x part. If you are using the y coordinate, you have to multiply with the y part. Such an easy thing. Upon the sum of the ratios k plus 1. Now you see this is a single equation in single variable. It is solvable as per mathematics. So you solve it, you cross multiply, you get 4k plus 4 is equals to 6k plus 2. Such an easy thing. So 2k is equals to 2. Okay, k is equals to 1. So the ratio basically is k is to 1, but it is 1:1. This means what? Do you know, understand? Do you understand what this means? Yes, P is the midpoint of AB. So it solves our life. Oh, great. So P is the midpoint. If P is the midpoint, do you all people understand what will happen? Yeah. You can directly use the midpoint formula, a1 plus a2 by 2, or x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. So m is, you can use, this implies small m, this value or this coordinate is going to be 3 plus minus 3 divided by 2. It is y1 plus y2 divided by 2, direct. See, midpoint formula is a subsidiary of section formula. If you put 1 and 1, you get crisscross, nothing will change because you are multiplying with 1. But when you add k plus 1, you will have 1 plus 1, which is 2. Okay, so 3 plus minus 3 is 0, by 2 is 0. So what is the value of m? M is 0 and k is 1. Easy? I hope you got it. Okay, let's see the solution and then we'll move to the next question. Okay, I'm just coming here so that you can see it. It's fine? Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so let us take the next question. Oh, probability. It is. A probability is my favorite. Okay, so I see probability, I get happy. Let's see this. Two different dice are tossed together. So there are two dice or two dices, whatever you call it. Find the probability of getting a doublet. So I hope you know what is a doublet. A doublet is a pair of numbers which are exactly same. So in a dice, I hope all of you know what are the possible outcomes. 1 1, 1 2, 1 3, 1 4, 1 5, 1 6. First dice has 1 in it, second dice has 1 in it. First dice has 1 in it, second dice has 2 in it. First dice has 1 in it, second dice has 3 in it. First dice has 1 in it, and so on. So what does this mean is, we have a general possible outcome sample space. It should look like this. I'm not going to write the complete because I'm pretty sure you all are more familiar with that. It will be 1 6 in the end. Similarly, you keep doing like 2 1 and so on till 6 1, and then similarly you keep doing like that, you get 6 6. This is my sample space, correct? So if this is my sample space, I have to find a doublet. How many doublets are there? I have just told you the doublets are same numbers on both the dices. So 1 1, then there is a 2 2, then there will be a 3 3, then there will be a 4 4, then there will be a 5 5, and the last will be a 6 6. So there will be 6 doublets. So what will be? There will be 6 doublets. Divide by how many are the possible outcomes? Total possible outcomes 36. Yeah, you know that. Good. So 6 by 36, which is equals to what? 1 by 6. Just write the probability of, so just you have to write like this, probability of getting a doublet is 6 by 36, because the number of favorable outcomes are 6, 1 1, 2 2, 3 3, 4 4, 5 5, 6 6, and the total possible outcomes are 36. Done? Let's take the second part of it. Getting a sum 10. Now I can tell you how to find it easily without seeing the table also. Now understand this thing, okay? You want the sum 10 now. What is the minimum number on the dice 1 can be? 1. And what is the maximum number on the dice 2 can be? 6. What is 1 plus 6? 7. It's not 10. So just leave it, increase it. 2 plus 6, 8. 3 plus 6, 9. 4 plus 6, it is 10. Now you have it. Take the next one. Increase the number. So 4 next number is what? 5. So you have 5, decrease it, 5 5. You see how I am getting it 2 first. The next is what? 6. What will you get? The other, reduce it. So 6 4. Can you increase it beyond 6? You cannot, because the dice has only max 6. Correct? It is a fair die, okay? So in that situation, these are the 3 outcomes. 4 6, 5 6 and 6. 5 5 and 6 4. So you have 3 favorable outcomes out of 36. And we are done. I hope you understand the point. So we are going to jump to the next question. Before, obviously, I'll tell you the solution also. so that you can see it. So it's fine, correct? 3 by 36 or 1 by 12, it's your job, okay? Let's take the next problem. Okay, this question says an integer is chosen at random. So it's an integer is being selected at random between 1 and 100. Okay, find the probability that it is divisible by 8. Find the probability that it is divisible by 8. I tell you one very important thing. When they say between, it is 1 and 100, you do not have to take. When it is said from 1 and 100, you have to take 1 and 100 both. This is very important. Okay, so what we will get? Between 1. So what is the first integer is selected? So you are selecting from 2 till 99 only. Understand, this is a very important question. Okay, you are selecting from 2 till 99 only. So the first number should be divisible by 8. What is the first number divisible by 8? It is 8. Now here I do not know. I am telling you for general. I am not telling you for this easy. Obviously this easy, everyone will be telling me, sir, 96 hai na? But it is not like that. If it was 9999, there should be a method, correct? So I am teaching you the method. First you divide that number by 8. 8 ones are 8, so I get 1, 19. 8 twos are 60, so I get 3. Remember that from the highest number you subtract the remainder. So 99 minus 3 is how much? 99 minus 3 is 96. So that is our last number. This is our series. This is our series. Do you understand this question? First number divisible by 8 is 8 and the last number divisible by 8 is 96. 96 is divisible by 8. After that you will not have any number which will be a 2-digit number because you have to get less than 100 only. Correct? So in this situation, I have to find a number divisible by 8. I have to find how many of them are. It means they have fused the probability with the arithmetic progression. You understand how they are fusing two different chapters, algebra mixed with probability. That's magic of maths. So just take the first term is 8 and I hope you are comfortable with that. The next term will be 16 only because it is a multiple of 8. So you will have difference also 8. And what will be the last term or the nth term of this series? 96. Let's quickly find the n value. Okay, so nth term formula is a plus n minus 1 into d, which is equals to 96. Correct? Do you all understand this thing? Now a is what? 8. N I do not know. D I know it is 8. It is equal to 96. Let's solve it. So we will have 8 plus 8n minus 8 equals to 96. This will cancel out 8 and 8 will divide 96. So n is equals to 12. Why I am doing it? Some would have told me, sir, 8 12s are 96. You have 12 terms here. Why are you doing this much? Everything has a reason, okay? I'm doing this because what would it have been a number like this kind of? Then, or it should not have started with 8. It was starting from like some other number, say 64. So 64 to 9996. Or some other big number. Or maybe some like 1000-digit number. Between 2000 digits number you have to find. Then you can't go with the common process of a table we know, sir. 8 ones are 8 and 8 12s are 96. There are 12 terms. So whatever I have done here is not for this question. I'm telling you this, okay? I'm doing this because I want to build a more important question. If they change the digits to thousands and you have to count between thousands to thousands. Do you all people understand what I'm saying now? Yeah, you are. So these are good questions, okay? So I'm taking more time in it. So what has happened now? Tell me what has happened now. You have found n is equals to 12. You know there are 12 numbers which are divisible by 8. And how many are the total numbers? No, they are not 100 if you are thinking like that. I have just told you, you cannot take 1 and 100. So there are only 98 numbers. This is how they are like twisting us. So these are 12 by 98. Correct? I hope you are comfortable. So probability that a number is divisible by 8 is 12 by 98. Simplify it. It's your choice. The next part is important also. Notice this. They are saying not divisible by 8. Not divisible by 8 means just subtract the probability from 1. Do you remember the formula? PE, the event has happened, plus PE bar, the event does not happen, is equals to 1. Yes, you all remember, correct? So use that. So probability that it has happened, 12 by 98. Probability that this event will not happen is equals to 1. So just subtract it from 1. So you have PE bar equals to 1 minus 12 by 98. This will give me 6 and 86 by 98. Obviously you will simplify and then subtract. It's your choice. See, I've just told you now that mathematics simplification is your, okay? Concept building is mine. Okay, I am doing the concept building, you are doing the simplification part. You have the power to select that. Whichever way you want to do, you can do. Okay, so consider this. And I have done this only because I wanted to teach you how to find if the numbers are big. Otherwise, you can directly say there are 12 numbers and you are good to go. Okay, so you can directly see they have said that 8 to 96 there are 12 numbers only. Fine, and then they have done the same thing. They have first simplified and then they have subtracted. It's the same thing. Okay, so for today I'm going to take the last question, the question number 13, and in the next session we'll take up the next problems. Okay, this is a real number chapter, I think so. Yeah, it is. Yeah, is it? It is. Find SCF and LCM of this and verify that this formula holds. What is the formula? The formula is that SCF into LCM is equals to product of the two numbers. Like whatever the SCF and LCM you get of the two numbers, if you multiply those two numbers and you multiply the SCF and LCM, they will have the same value. Okay, this is what it means. Okay, so let us first find the SCF and LCM and then we will continue. So I'm going to take up this question. SCF of 404 and 96. See, you can find the SCF using the long division method or you can use the prime factorization method. It's your choice and your will. Again, I'm telling you, they have not mentioned which method. So because I have to find the LCM also, so I will use the prime factorization. Why to use two different methods? Yeah, one method will save me from everything. So let's start. 2 2s are 4. Okay. 2 1s are 2. Okay. I think this is a prime number. I have to stop. Okay. 2 4s are 8. 2 8s are 16. 2 2s are 4. 2 4s are 8. 2 1s are 2. 2 2s are 4. If a teacher is doing this, oh my god, then what he will say next? This you know, correct? This I have done. This is a prime number, so I'm sure that this is a prime number. Okay, so what will I have the factors of 404? It will be 2 into 2 into 101. What will be the factors of 96? Remember, it is 2 into 2 into what are the factors? 2. Oh my god, how many of them are there? 1 2 3 4 5. 5 are there, just keep that. 3 4 and 5 and then the 3. Wait, I'm moving, wait. Okay, so 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 3. Now you have to common them. I hope you remember the things. 1 and 2. There is nothing extra going common, so just you have got the SCF. SCF is the numbers which are common in both the numbers, so it is 2 into 2, which is 4, and LCM is basically nothing but with that pair once and the other numbers copy paste. So 2 into 2 just once and then you copy paste. How many 2? 3 2s. 1 3 and 1 1 not 1. Okay, I have to multiply. I hope anyone will tell me in the comment box. Yeah, should. 2 2 ja 4, 2 ja 8, 2 ja 16, 2 ja 32, 32 3 ja 96. 96 into 101 is 9696. This is how 101 is easy. 101 you just write the same digit 2 times. Yeah, it's like that. 96 96. If it is like 48, then 48 48. Keep posting like that only. Okay, so I'm correct, huh? Yeah, I think I'm correct. You can check. If I'm wrong, you will tell me. Do you notice I got what? 96 96 only. Okay, so now you understand this. You got the SCF, you got the LCM. You have to multiply these two and verify that this is equal to the product of the two numbers. So what is SCF into LCM? I have to multiply. I will have 9696 and 4. So this will be equal to 4 6 are 24. 2 carry, 4 9 are 36 plus 2, 38, 3 carry, 4 6 are 24, 3 27, 2 carry, 4 9 are 36, 2 38. I hope I am correct. If I am wrong, I'll find it because they have said that it is equals to product of the numbers. So I am doing it right here. I'm going to multiply 404 and 96. Let's do it. 6 4s are 24, 4, 2 carry, so it is obviously 2 here, and 24. Then you have 9 4s are 36, 6, obviously 3 will come, 9 4s are 36. So you have 4, 8, 7, 8, 3. 3, 8, 7, 8, 4. Oh, I'm correct. I'm happy now. I'm correct. So in that situation, SCF into LCM came same as the product of the two numbers, hence verified. Simple. So I hope you have understood it. See, that's why you have to remember the formulas and the concepts in the probability. I have just reminding you what has happened. In the probability, you need to remember AP also, because sometimes they can make you use that. Not always you will skip it, okay? So I hope you have enjoyed the session. When we'll meet in the next session, we will start with the question number 14, and then we will move to our more problems. Like the problems will be getting lengthy now, okay? Let's do 2 more questions. So we have covered 13. Let's start doing 14th also. Okay. So 14th question. In 14th question, what's written? Find all the zeros of the polynomial 2x to the power 4 minus 9x cube plus 5x squared plus 3x minus 1 if 2 of its zeros are known. See, in these kinds of questions, what happens? I'm telling you, you always have to first make the divisor polynomial. If you can make the divisor polynomial, you can use that to divide the dividend polynomial, which is your given polynomial, the bigger one. And what you get as the quotient polynomial, you have to factorize it. Remember what I have said? Remember what I have said. Write it like a step way. Find gx, the divisor polynomial, divide px by it, you get qx, quotient, then factorize qx. If you remember the steps, I'm telling you, if you remember the steps, you will always feel happy when you find this question and not frustrated, which you never feel. Factorize qx, get roots. Have you all got this? Have you all understood this? Find gx, divide px, get qx, factorize qx, get roots. It's kind of an algorithm, isn't it? Let's start doing it. So you have find all the zeros of the polynomial. You have to first find the gx polynomial. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to write g of x as, see how I'm writing it. These are the roots given to us. So I will write x minus the root into x minus the other root, because x is equals to something is a root. If I say x is equals to a, then a is a root. So similarly consider this is a, this is b. So I'm writing x minus brackets 2 plus root 3 brackets closed, again brackets x minus brackets 2 minus root 3 brackets closed. You have to understand how I'm going to simplify this. This is the utmost important thing. Rest everything is quite simple. So you have got x minus 2 minus root 3 brackets, and you have got x minus 2 plus root 3. So few of the students have now noted what has happened, or most of you, or all of you. If all of you, I'm happy that these two are the same thing written, but this is minus, this is plus. Except that if you notice, x minus 2 is there, minus root 3 plus root 3. Do you think it is kind of a minus b, a plus b? If you think it like that, you are absolutely correct. So you get what? You get a square minus b square, which is x minus 2 whole square minus root 3 whole square. What will be the final value which I will get? This will be a minus b whole square. I have to open the terms. So it will be x square minus 4x plus 4 minus 3. A square minus 2ab plus b square. That's kind of the term. So you get x square minus 4x plus 1, which is your gx polynomial. Have we all understood it? Yes. What do you all say? Have you all understood that? Correct. You have got gx. Find gx. Step 1 is done. Divide px. Oh my god, that's so much big. 29531. I just remember that. I have to decrease the powers. I have to remember 29531. Okay? I'm gonna bring a new page for it so that I do not mess things up here. So 29531. Remember it? Okay. So it is 29531 1. See, I do not remember the signs, which I will obviously take help again. This is what I'm doing is basically what you will find in your paper also. You have to change page and then you do wrong things. So that's what I'm teaching you also, how to not do silly mistakes. 29531, have I written correct? 29531. Okay. Now what I want next, minus plus plus minus. Fine, I'll do that. Minus plus plus minus. Am I happy? I'm very happy. Okay, minus plus plus minus. I want to see this, so I'm gonna see it like quickly. 2x4, 9x cube, 5x square, 3x minus 1. This is the place where I don't want to make a mistake, because this is an easy question. Now you have to write the gx polynomial, x square minus 4x plus 1. So you have to write that. Remember, you have to write x square minus 4x plus 1. We are gonna divide it, and thus we don't need this much. I'm going to bring this top. Okay, now you all have to do what? You have to divide it. So I hope you know simple it is very. X square into x square will give me x4, but I want 2 times of it, so I'll multiply by 2x square. Oh, I'm sorry. So it is 2x square. Now I will write 2x to the power 4. So I'm writing in this way, okay? So I feel comfortable in writing also. 2x to the power 4. Then minus 4x into 2x square is minus 8x cube. Then again 2x square with 1 will give me plus 2x square. Now I have to flip the terms, flip the sign, sorry. This is plus, so minus, this is minus, so plus, this is plus, so minus. Remember, this you have to do always. According to the second row, not according to the first row, okay? This will be cancelled. You have minus x cube because it is minus 9 plus 8. The existence of minus is not there. So plus 5 minus 2 is plus 3x square plus 3x minus 1. You can do it really fast now. X square you want minus x cube, just multiply by minus x. You will have minus x cube. Minus 4x into minus x is plus 4x square. And plus 1 into minus x is minus x. Correct? In that situation, plus minus plus, take this out. Plus 3 minus 4 is minus x square. Plus 3 plus 1 is plus 4x minus 1. Do not change the sign of minus 1. This is what you don't have to do, because this is minus. The second row is not there, so do not flip the signs. Remember these things, okay? So now you multiply by just a minus 1 and you get the value. I hope you understand this. So if I multiply by minus, all the signs will flip. This is what I actually want, to cancel each term. Don't you think so? Plus, minus, plus. And this is done. You get 0. Fine. So what the steps were, let's see it. Find divisor, divide px, done. Get the quotient polynomial. Have you got it? You have got it. 2x square minus x minus 1. This is your quotient polynomial. Remember, okay? So this is your quotient polynomial. Now you have got the quotient polynomial. What is the next step? The next step is to factorize it and get the roots. Fine. So let us try to bring it to the next page. So 2x square minus x minus 1. This I have to remember. Okay, now I'm doing it here. 2x square minus x minus 1. So consider this is your qx. You have to factorize it. I'll tell you what is happening. I'll tell you the reason also. Don't worry. So when you factorize it, you get 2x square minus 2x plus 1. Very simple factorization it is. Plus x, sorry. Since it is 1 you want with a negative, and multiplication you want 2. So 2 ones are 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. This sign is what? Minus. So you subtract the factors. If this sign is plus, you add the factors. This is the rule. But this coefficient should be positive for it, which is there. So you get 2x common, x minus 1. Then you take 1 common, you get x minus 1. So you get 2x plus 1 and x minus 1. Now you have to put the quotient as 0 to find the roots. So this is how you were taught in polynomials also. To find the root of a polynomial, put it equals to 0. So when I will put it equal to 0, I will either have, so I'll just write it for you, don't worry. So you have either 2x plus 1 equals to 0 or x minus 1 equals to 0. This will give me what? X is equals to minus half or x is equals to 1. So finally I have this 2 roots. I wanted 4 roots because the polynomial was in 4th power, but you have already been given the 2 roots. What were they? 2 plus root 3 and 2 minus root 3. Okay, so I already had 2 roots, 2 plus root 3 2 minus root 3. I now have minus 1 by 2 and I have 1. So altogether I have found all the roots. Why we did it? Why we put quotient to 0? I am going to make you understand this thing. Listen very carefully. I am telling you the reason. You know the division algorithm says that polynomial px is gx into qx plus rx. But when you say that your remainder is 0, so can I say that this is 0? It's done. Now you are finding the polynomial px roots. So you will put px equals to 0 because you are asked to find the roots of the polynomial, the bigger polynomial. So you will put this polynomial 0. Basically you are saying that gx into qx will be 0. So either the polynomial gx can be 0 or the polynomial qx can be 0. But what is already being given to you? Divisor was already been given to you. You framed it. You actually framed the whole divisor. So you know the roots of this. You didn't know the roots of the quotient polynomial, and that's why you found it. The quotient polynomial roots. Now you understand why we do it? I think you should. And you must have now been happy, okay? So let's take one more problem. Okay, this is the last problem for today. Don't worry. If A, B, C, D are the vertices of a parallelogram ABCD, find the values of A and B. So I hope you know a simple concept about parallelogram, that the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. This means that that point, that bisecting point where the points they intersect, that point is actually the midpoint of both the diagonals, because that is being bisected. Bisected means two equal parts. So this means the midpoint. So when I want to say this, I just want to say this, that if I have a parallelogram ABCD, then if I draw the diagonals of it, that midpoint, the point where they intersect, is actually the midpoint of AC as well as BD, correct? So in that situation, I am naming it as O and trying to use the midpoint formula. We are all familiar with the midpoint formula, are we? Yes, you should be. It is x1 plus x2 by 2 comma y1 plus y2 by 2. Yeah, is that? So now let us try to use that formula here. So I am not writing too much for it. I am just saying let us use midpoint formula here. Okay, so if you want to use the midpoint formula, what do you have to do? Remember, you need the A and C. So O is the midpoint. So I am considering the point O as x comma y only, because I do not know the value of it. I am putting the values now, minus 2 comma 1. Okay, so just please wait, let me finish this and then I'll speak. Otherwise I'll do mistake in putting the values, which I do not want to do. Okay, fine. So minus 2, 1, A 0, 4, B 1, 2. I hope I have done everything correct. This is where I take too much precaution. Copying question. I have seen best students getting silly mistakes, doing that silly mistakes. So don't do that. So where were we? Fine. Midpoint. So let us use AC midpoint. So for AC, what will you have? Minus 2. So x, because x is the midpoint. So we will write x. Oh wait, I forgot to take the pen. Sorry. So x is equals to, it will be minus 2 plus 4 divided by 2. Minus 2 plus 4 divided by 2. And y coordinate will be 1 plus b divided by 2. Obviously, I cannot solve this because this is a variable. Yeah, it's a variable now. So divide this. You will have x equals to 1 because 4 minus 2 is 2 by 2 is 1. And what will be y? Y will be 1 plus b by 2. Correct? Now I've got x fixed. That's very helpful because now I'm going to use BD and O as its midpoint. Okay, so I'm gonna use that. I'm going to use BD and then its midpoint. So I'm writing here, okay, BD. So I want to use that midpoint. Remember the coordinates of B and D. So A0, 1, 2. A0, 1, 2. I'll write it here for my reference. Fine. I just need to write it here because I do not have that privilege of flipping the page like you have. So I'm writing like this. So for this, x will be what? Again, since O is the midpoint, so a plus 1 divided by 2. And what is the again for y? 0 plus 2 divided by 2. What will I get? I will get x, but I know the value of x here. I can put directly now because it's a fixed value, so x is 1. So I'll just put x is equals to 1. Okay, so I'll put this, don't do 1 is equals to a plus 1 by 2. And what will be the other? So for y I do not know, because y I have not been given in the constant values. You remember this? You should know. It is 1 plus b by 2, correct? So I'll use that. I'll use 1 plus b by 2. So 1 plus b by 2 equals to, this will be 1. It's such an easy thing. Simplify, you get, oh, both looks the same to me. Whatever I'll get a, I'll get b. See, the same equations are there. A plus 1, b plus 1. So in place of a, you have b here. So I'm going to solve this one. This will be 2 is equals to a plus 1. So a is equals to 1. This implies b is also 1. I'm not going to solve it. You can solve it and show it. So b and a are both 1. We have found the values of a and b. The question asks something extra. Do you remember that? Do not forget. If you forget that, it's gonna be troublesome for you. You will lose marks now. So find the lengths of its sides. Okay, it's a 3 marks problem. So move accordingly. So find the lengths of its sides. So you have to find AB, BC, CD and AD. So minus 2, 1. I'm gonna write it here only. So I'm gonna write for, I hope you know the distance formula. You should know. That AB is equals to under root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. We know this. Now I'm going to show you for one and for others. Please comment it in the comment box. You should do it. It's interactive that way. And I'm just telling you, you will find something happening. The parallelogram will change into something. I'm not telling you what, but it is going to be a special parallelogram known by a different name. It is a parallelogram but known by a different name. I'm only going to find AB for you, and others, that is a homework. Okay, so I'm giving you some homework also. See, because distance formula I can apply only one. So minus 2, 1 and A 0. Minus 2, 1 and A 0. Fine. So I have 2 points. Okay, just be there. It just keeps on moving, yeah. So minus 2, 1 and A 0. So what is A? 1. So I can write 1, 0. So I can use what? I can use distance formula. I can use this as x2, x1, this as x1, y1, this as x2, y2. So now I have 1 minus minus 2 whole square plus y2 minus y1, 0 minus 1 whole square. Correct. Now what will I have? I will have 1 plus 2, 3 square, 9 plus minus 1 ka square is 1. So 9 plus 1 is root of 10. You find every other length, BC, CD and AD, put it in the comment box and tell me what special name it has. That's your one homework. There is one more homework. So in the paper they give like 2 choices to select. Okay, so this question came with a choice where they gave or. So you can either do that question or you can do this question. Now this question is based on the area. I hope you remember the area formula. I am telling you a easy way of remembering it. If you know it, it's okay. If you do not know it, I am telling you that. Whenever there are 3 points and you want to find the area of a triangle, the formula is area is equals to 1 by 2. You write the point like whichever way you want to write, x2, y2. So you write A point, B point, C point, coordinates basically, and then you repeat from where you start. This is a simple matrix formation. What I actually helps is, what I want to tell you here is, if you multiply this way, so going down is positive. So you multiply x1, y2 plus, do not forget to write 1 by 2, x1, y2, x2, y3 plus x3, y1, and then you put a minus sign and then you write with a bracket. Remember this. So going down like this, x1, y2 into x2, y3 into x3, y1, you have to add these 3 terms and then you have to write a minus and a bracket and then you have to go up. Since I have put a minus and a bracket, I need to write with the only positive way. So x2, y1, x3, y2 and x1, y3. This is my formula. If I use this formula, I will be able to find the area of the triangle ABC. any triangle area ABC. But remember, whichever point you start with, you have to end with that point, just that rule. And I hope you understood, I hope you understood this one, okay? So you simplify this, you simplify that, then you subtract and half is there. If it comes negative, then you take the positive value only, because area is positive, na? Otherwise, if it is positive, then you are obviously safe. So do not do anything extra, just write it with square units. Answer should be in square units, because the units are not mentioned. But they have asked the area of a quadrilateral, not the area of a triangle. So this is for you as a homework, these two things. In the next session I'll just tell you the hint for that exact completely. I will not solve it. This is homework. You can post it in the comment box and look for yourself. Yeah. So I hope you have enjoyed the session. This was the second session we had, and it was an 8 p.m. session. The next session will be tomorrow at 6 p.m. I hope you remember the dates and the timings. We are going to do the problems after 15. So I think it is a 16 number problem. Again, a 3 marks problem. And this is how we are going to move. Fine. I hope you enjoyed the session. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe the channel. And do not forget to press the bell icon. See you. So for whatever updates are happening, you'll get the notification. Yeah. Thanks for being on Vedantu. Thanks. Bye.